Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. Now this isn't what I intended to review today. I intended to review the CG04 by Robot Hero, but I am pressed for time, so I thought I would take a look at the latest offering from Mech Fan Toys with their 08 Ultrl Magnus. That's a great name. Mech Fan Toys, they basically bootleg third-party legend scale figures and make them bigger. I've got their Galvatron, which I will be showing when I do the comparisons, and this is their Ultra Magnus. This is of course based on the Iron Factory Ultra Magnus. We've got a very nice box, some gorgeous artwork on there that they've probably stolen from comics somewhere. Spinning around the box, we've got the figure on the side in both bot and vehicle mode, and we have him on the back. We have a bit there saying he does come with his hammer. There's some sort of warning there, and it's all rights reserved, apparently. So without further ado, let's crack him open. And there he is. He is a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be. I mean, the Iron Factory one was that, I guess? At a push, I mean, we get a massive, great set of instructions with this guy as well. I mean, they have really thought it out. The blister is a little bit lackluster, very, very flimsy. And here he is out of the packaging. He's actually really nice. I wasn't a fan of the Iron Factory one as such. It was a good figure, but it did feel, I don't know, I guess kind of chalky in hand. It may have been because I had pre-production, I'm not entirely sure, but this is actually really nice. He's a good size, and he just feels like, I don't know, he's kind of definitely on par with the likes of Hasbro. It's a good size, very nice clean paint applications. The joints are a little bit looser than what I would have liked, like they don't really tab in as thoroughly, and everything's on a nice smooth ball joint, but there's not a great deal of resistance there. I could definitely liken it to the Hasbro Legends figures, but saying that, it's probably better. There's probably a lot more cost gone in to the plastic on these. The attention detail is good. Paint applications are pretty fair, nice and clean around there, nothing really untoward. Nice silver being used there. Pretty nice paint on the head. There we go. I mean, Iron Factory came up with the engineering, so these guys haven't exactly done anything untoward with this, but you know, it's a good representation of Ultra Magnus. He does, of course, come with the big hammer, and he also comes with the gun. And judging by his instructions, they are also giving us a 6-shot, which looks to scale fantastically well. Nice. Here is alongside their version of Galvatron. That's a pretty nice scaling, I think. You know, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. He's a bit lumbering, I guess, in comparison, but that's a pretty good pairing. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but the legend size figures, the smaller ones we get from the collection, they're kind of getting bigger, and I don't think the likes DX9 and Iron Factory have kind of accounted for this. For example, if we take Legends Megatron from, say, about 2 years ago, I think it was, in my opinion, he looks very out of scale with these two. But if we take Wheelie, for example, who's actually like less than a year old, he actually scales very well with these figures, but he's designed to be a smaller character. Now, if we bring in the oversized Machine Boy versions of the Legends, that's a pretty nice looking scale. I think they work exceptionally well. The plastic on these Mech Fan Toys, that is a lot better than what we got with the Machine Boys Oversized Legends, but not that they were bad. You know, they done exactly what they were meant to do, and they work really nicely. But Mech Fan Toys, they really have kind of given us a very professional finish and very in keeping with people's collections. I know they're working on Scourge and Cyclonus. They're working on the Dinobots as well, and they're going to look good in collections. It's a very, very good scale, in my opinion. They're also doing oversized versions of the Titans Returns Gnaw, so we're going to have slightly larger, kind of this scale Sharkticons, and I honestly can't wait. And for those of you who have bigger bots in your collection, he's not quite up to the kind of classics prime heights. I think he's still really aimed at that Legends and Oversized Legend scale. For those of you that care, he stands about toe to top of the stacks, 6 inches. That's around 15 centimeters in height, and weighs in at 150 grams. That's just over 5 ounces. Now, articulation-wise, Magnus is pretty articulated. The head is ball mounted, so we can look up and down slightly. We can go left and right. We can get some quizzical tilt going on there. The shoulders, albeit they don't tab into that chest section very well, they do go up and down all the way around on a ball. There's an upper bicep swivel. There's a bend at the elbow around 90-degree mark, and there's rotation on the wrists. The waist does rotate. It does hinder this back section slightly, but it rotates nonetheless. Ball jointed thighs, outwards, outwards, backwards. We've got a swivel up in there. We have a nice bend at the knee, and we get some very nice tilting, and we get some forward and back motion on those legs. The good thing about this Legends style figure is that the transformations are pretty simple and they don't take a great deal of time, but this one does involve some part forming, therefore worst toy ever. Just open up these chest sections and you're going to bring these arms all the way around to the front and come to this back section here. This is going to lift up like so. This section here is going to fold down onto the front like this, and this tab here and this tab here are going to tab in to these blue sections on the shoulders, securing it into place. There are tabs on the inside of the legs and on the inside of the feet that allows us to tab both of these together. They click in there nicely, like so. And then you want to just bring this section down to this angle, and then bring this section here down, and then lift this section back up. And now we can tab these hands into those tabs on the legs, and just tab them in together. Access the hammer, and just open this section up. Like so. You're going to bring this section around, and this is going to come in to the back sections here. There's a tab here and a tab there. This is just going to slide down into those sections. Like this, just tidying that back end up. And then lastly, for that G1 inspired look, just plug those rockets on the front. And there we have him fully transformed up. Now, he is by no means perfect. They don't quite tab in as they should, and he doesn't even kind of roll. But it's an oversized version of the Iron Factory design, so any design flaws, I guess, is with the Iron Factory team. Would like some of those to have been rectified, but you know, it passes as an Ultra Magnus. It's got that kind of Transformers Armada Energon Magnus look and feel to him. I actually like it. It's much better in robot mode than it is in its vehicle mode, but in its vehicle mode it's still very in keeping with the current Legends lineup. Here he is with that oversized Machine Boy Optimus Prime, that looks really good. And the weapons are compatible. And you know what, vehicle mode wise, he doesn't completely look out of place with the older style Legends as well. It's really at the discretion of the user. I personally am very happy with these figures. I didn't really intend to collect kind of Legends scale anymore, but I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of these series. I may go back and see if I can get some of the other ones that have been released. They're very impressive. I like what they do, and they're going to look good on display. I mean, you're going to need a small shelf to fit these on, and I'm happy with that. You can get a lot of these figures in a D12, that's for sure. Thank you all for watching. I hope you found the video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share and subscribe. I've included a link to this product below, which takes you through to TF Direct. And from myself and Ultrl Magnus, thanks for watching. Goodbye.